Okay, we're live. So I'm right on time too. No issues today. If you're watching on just scrub forward until you see stuff start happening. Excuse me, and get this party started. Just opening up my other screen. All right, just getting set up here. It just takes a minute for people to come in. No big deal. Hi, Michelle. See, I told you. Only takes a minute. Hey, Dee Dee. Look what's on the table, Dee Dee. We'll just give it a few minutes. They come in here pretty quick. We're going to do a bunch of disjointed junk today. Drink coffee. Hi, Joan. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Kat. Love the swatches. The swatches are cool. Hi, Starla. All right, let me get a pop-out chat here. YouTube chat is so much friendlier than StreamYard. For sure. Hi, Mary. Ah, that's some good stuff. Hey, Barb. So not much going on today. It's at least a nice day here. I will say that. I did take my medicine, my allergy medicine this morning, so hopefully I won't be sniffling. I watched last week's show and I was bad, but some days are worse than others. Today was a bad day, so hopefully keep your fingers crossed that this allergy medicine works. It's one of the few that I have that doesn't make me feel goofy. Because I'm goofy enough right by my own self, right? I don't need medicine to do that. So I'll just start out with the cards that I have to show from some fibs that did fun stuff. This is from CB, and if you were at Barb's show last week, she showed it. But look at this card that CB made. The die cut and then doing the glitter behind. She did really good. This is awesome. So pretty. CB's work is always so nice. And then just wrote a nice little note. She embossed the inside, and yeah, CB, your work is always just gorgeous. So well done. I almost wish that I used to make my own cards, and sometimes I almost wish that I still had the inclination to do that. But when I think about making like 40 of anything, I kind of freak out. So, but look at, she embossed the envelope and everything. She put a lot of work into these, like a lot. That didn't happen overnight. And then I got a card from Teresa. And it's really cute. And she signs the inside so you can use them. And it says, it's all fun and games till Santa checks the naughty list. Well, I hope to God Santa doesn't get of Lena's naughty list. Because, yeah, like I'm number 1. So Santa, she's lying. She's really lying. And then she always writes such a beautiful letter. So Teresa, as always, thank you. Doing well. And then the last one was from Brenda Haley, Brenda 3. And I think I'm actually going to use this as a pattern to do some experimenting with watercolors. after we work on the Scavenger Hunt List. I just think that little guy's so darn cute, and he's easy to draw, so we can all do it. So yeah, I thought just draw down to, you know, just his little face so we can compare some watercolors. But I just think he's freaking adorable. Brenda did a really good job on it. So him I gotta leave out because we're gonna use him. And that's all the homemade ones I got that I wanted to show you guys. We have some really talented fibs around. So hi Nancy, anybody I missed coming in? Hi Kimberly, hi Galena. I'm first on the naughty list, or second. I can't argue that. I'm pretty sure that that's pretty accurate. Hi Nashua. There's a lot of us that belong on that naughty list. But anyway, if you haven't watched Lena on YouTube, she's Miss Linux, Linux. Lena Schweiker. Yeah, I think that's the last name. I'd have to look it up. But anyway, she's been doing Fibmas. Brenda, I just showed your card, and we're going to copy it because I think it's so dang cute. Anyway, she's been doing Fibmas video every day where she picks a fib, and you have to guess who she's talking about. And her clues are hysterical. It's how much she knows about each of the fibs. Of course, she's been around now quite a while, so you know, we all get to know each other fairly well. But some of the clues she gives her people are just hysterical. I have binged her 2 weekends in a row now. Just catch Tracy, trying to catch up on all her fibs. Honestly, funniest. You have to watch. Not to mention, after she talks about the person, she has this ball that she uses to give her clues about going to have to put on the list on any given day, and then she tries to do a piece of art inspired by that individual. So you're seeing a lot of different kinds of art, and she's so good at what she does. Lena does need cable TV channel, Kat, because honestly she's so funny, and she talks about her guerrilla English. Danish is obviously her first language, right? But she does an amazing job with English, but some of the words that she uses honestly just kills me, absolutely kills me. So yeah, and Kimberly, yours was so cute, the doll that you sent and everything. It was just I've had fun watching her, and while I was watching Lena all weekend, the last 2 weekends, I've been trying to catch up and get ahead on the Zentangle list that I put out for December. So I'm way ahead right now. Not just doing one a day. Over the weekend, I pretty much, well, Saturday I did Kathy Arbor's, let me get it out. I did Kathy Arbor's, or at least I started it. I didn't get it done. The little marshmallow guy. You smiled all the way. Well, you should have, because she nailed you. Well, she's actually nailed all of us. But I started Kathy. Oh, I put something on top of it. Kathy Arbor's marshmallow guy, and that's how far I got. So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I'm not going to finish it on stream, or at least that wasn't my plan. And I'm using, I guess, the Daniel Smiths on this. Gosh, now I don't remember. I'm pretty sure. Daniel Smith. So anyway, this has been fun. And then the Zentangle. I did, I should remember not to put stuff on top of that. So I'm almost done. I only got this much left to do on the whole page. So I'm excited. Thanks, Joan. Hey, CB, I just showed your card. It is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. So I'm really liking this. I have to finish this one over here, but for the most part, everything from here over is done now. Shaded and everything. So I'm excited to get that done. And that, to me, like listening to Lena and working on that is just like the most relaxing thing I could ever do. Hey, Norma. And if I missed you coming in, I'm sorry. I try and catch everybody, but some days are better than others. So that's pretty much what I've been up to. We're not having anybody here for Christmas, so I don't have to go do a bunch of shopping or anything like that, and I'm okay with that. Might go tomorrow just to pick up some stuff so Robert might have treats and stuff over Christmas and next weekend. But yeah, since I'm not feeding a bunch of people, I'm not going to drag a bunch of junk in here. And I'm not even baking cookies this year, which is really weird. This is the first time in, I can't even think how many years since I haven't made cookies. But Robert and I don't need them. Hi, Cheryl. So yeah, it's just a weird year. And everybody knows that everybody's going through the same thing. So you guys kind of get it. So in years past, as you guys know, if you go to Dee Dee's or you follow any of the fibs, well, let me do this first. Hi, Donna. No cookies here either. Yeah, see, that just feels really weird to me. I am going to go get Robert some peanut brittle because he really likes that, and about the only time of the year that you can get good peanut brittle is this time of year, and I'm not making it. I had to tell you guys a funny story about making peanut brittle. I think it was when we moved to this house. I don't remember, but you baked them and you need. Yeah, it's been a weird year. But anyway, I was making peanut brittle one year, and if you've ever made it, it's like any candy, right? You use corn syrup, and you have to get it up to a certain temperature, like above 400, I think. And then you dump the baking powder. Yeah, baking powder, I think. Baking soda in, and then you have to stir like a crazy person, and it bubbles all up. It's like a chemical reaction, right? And it bubbles all up. And so you stirring, you know, because you got to keep it moving. And we do have good chocolate, Norma. Anyway, so I'm doing this, and I noticed this white stuff in my peanut brittle. And I'm thinking, how did that marshmallow cream get in there? Because it just looked like marshmallow cream in my batch of peanut brittle. And when I pulled my spoon out, it had melted. I was using a white plastic spoon, and it literally melted the spoon in the peanut brittle. But I'm standing there like a dope. Now, sometimes I do the dumbest stuff, you know. But when I stood there and that marshmallow cream get in there, it never dawned on me that my spoon was literally melting. So, yeah, that batch got thrown away, and I think that was the last time I've ever made peanut brittle, because I figured out you can buy it and it's just as good as the stuff you make. Because my mom's not, so she can't make it. Yeah. Hi, Lisa. So, yeah, don't use plastic spoons when you're making any kind of candy that has to get to high temperature. That's my free advice for you on this Christmas season. Anyway, what these things are doing out here is I love to swatch. I think we all love to swatch, right? But I always felt like I didn't want my swatches in a book, because I'm bad about going and finding the book and looking at the swatches that I might want or need if I pick for a project or whatever. So when I get a new product, first thing I want to do is swatch it, obviously, right? But it bugged me that I couldn't have them all in one place. So I decided to do these little swatch things where, for example, this one, this is all of my watercolors. Okay, and in my own defense, These are on watercolor paper, so it looks like way more is, okay? Because the paper is much thicker. I'm not sure who I'm trying to kid here. But, so these are all the watercolors. So, and I mix them up. So like all the reds are together, so I can compare, you know, let's just pick two randomly, these two. So one of these is the Ecoline 318, and the one next to it is Pretty Excellent. So I can find, that's Dr. P.H. Martin's, but then you can compare, or if you want to hold it up and match a color, you can just lay it next to whatever. Let's just see what I got here. I don't have anything. Anyway, say I want to compare this with this. You have a way to compare it. To me, it's brilliant. It's honestly, sure, thick paper. Hi, Elaine. But then I also like to have, because I use this to compare colors and match colors, whatever. But I like a swatch of each of the products in their, how they're laying out in the palette too, right? So you have to do two. But there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, to me, that's like brilliant too. So that these correspond to their position in the palette. And this one I need to make a new one. I actually need to redo this whole palette, but oh, that's a chore. And I'm kind of used to it now. I know where stuff is. So if I start moving it, I'm in big trouble. So, yeah. So when you get your products, you get to swatch them twice. And Dee Dee said to show this. So, and I have a like this for all products. Like this is watercolor, all the watercolor. And I admit I have a lot. Water-soluble products. So that would be like the Neocolor 2s, the pencils, ink tints, anything that's not watercolor in a pan, right? So they're watercolors, but they're just water soluble. So that's how much that is. That's ridiculous, and nobody should have that much. I agree. This is, and I have one for each of my colored pencil sets too, but I haven't put them on all one big ring yet. But these are the polys, I believe. And these are the luminance. And then I also have a sheet like this for each of them as well. Oh, yeah, that's what you do when you're anal and goofy, such as I am. And then they just hang right here behind me, so easily accessible. Everyone should have that much. I agree, Cheryl. Yeah, I just like having them hang. You know, it's just like, that's a cool thing. So now you guys have a nice project over this holiday that's weird. How about that? Just make yourself little swatches of everything you... So that's that. They are pretty just looking at them, right? So you'll swatch things. Well, you know what, Brenda? If I had a better memory, I wouldn't need to do that. I don't know if you do the same for pencils, and if your pencils are in a pencil book, you could attach to the cases. Yes, you could, Donna. But colored pencils, well, I don't, the little swatch for those, but the colored pencils, I use the Prism, because these are the ones I use the most. I just use the Prismacolor color chart that you can print off the computer. I used to do that. Well, here's another one, print off the... So some of them I've actually swatched multiple times, but why not? And then I have little codes of if I have extras of the pencils because I keep them different places. You think I'm not anal about this stuff? You got another think. And I do not have a book. At one time I had a book where I kept them all. I never went and used that book, not ever. So it was like, why are you even doing that, right? Wasted time and effort. But I do use those, so there you go. I really need to swatch your dotting tools for your mandalas. Why not, Brenda? Just pick it for a day-long project, light a candle, make some cocoa, turn on some good videos. Lena's are good. Heidi. And just have a good day. That's what I did all weekend, and I highly recommend it to everybody. And as you'll know, Mariatier is hosting the New Year's Eve stream this year. And it's going to go, I don't know, I haven't seen the schedule yet. I drive you crazy with your OCD. You don't even have to deal with it that much anymore, Elaine. Now, used to be you could say that because I was pretty OCD. Well, I still am. I used to put my soups in the cabinet in alphabetical order, but not anymore. Yeah, I never went that cray-cray. Anyway, Mary's hosting the New Year's Dreamathon. I think it starts early the morning of the 31st, and I suspect it'll be on really early. Probably Mary starts it, and then Dee Dee, and then there'll be a whole list of everybody who's streaming all day. I have in the past, and I suspect, well, I told her I wanted my same time slot. If she changed it, I don't care. But I normally am on during the midnight hour Central Time Zone in the USA. So, yeah. And I'll pour myself a drink and we'll just party. And for the last 3 years, I've done the Scavenger Hunt. And this is the oldest one. We started in, let's look at the year, 2018. And I put together a list of, let's see. Okay, this one had, well, this is this a year where I left? No. We had 72 items on this one. I was trying to keep it to 70. Now Julie's come along. Yeah, it's going to run almost 2 full days because she's going on into the 1st. But Julie here has said she wants 100 items on it. This list is not easy. It is to do this. It is a lot of work. To organize a group of people to do anything is insane. So kudos to Mary for taking on that task. So I'll just read. This year we're going to do a little bit different because I'm going to try and keep it all stuff that you're going to have in your home. You're not going to have to leave your home to get it because, yeah, we all know why. Some of us can't leave home. Places aren't open. So this year I feel like it's going to be a little bit different, but I'll just read some of these. A tea bag envelope and or tag. As I'm reading these, think about things that that we're going to add to the list, because here in a minute you're going to help me make the list. A color book page, that actually is a good one. A label, a blanket, a pillow, towel, or clothing. Ask a neighbor or a fib for something to add to your journal. Include something you would normally throw away. Photo of a celebrity, either love or hate. Flower or a leaf. A puzzle, didn't matter what time. Crossword, Sudoku, jigsaw, you choose and complete. A greeting card sentiment. Junk mail envelope, and you had to doodle on it. A whole page of blue stuff. Craft art store receipt. I wouldn't include that this year because people can't go out to craft stores, right? A tip in, anything you want. A dry cleaning tag. I'm not going to include that one because who knows, are people going to the dry cleaner? I don't know. I don't. A newspaper article, a local business card. That one I won't include because you're going to get it. Postage stamps, real or not, a food logo, washi tape, local attraction brochure. That one I won't do because that would require you leaving home. A top, a piece of swapped art. That I kind of like because it gets the fibs interacting with each other. Do you have a playing card on it? Nope, but we'll put it on there. I'll read you what I have so far here in a minute. I'll just go through this one, and then the rest of them are all much the same. Washi tape is always a good one because even if you don't have washi tape, you can make your own really easy. They're fun, right, Nora? Food logos, washi tape, local attraction brochure, a pop top, piece of swapped art, a test page of art. I like that one too. Sleeve from a hot beverage. I won't do that one because that would require you leaving home. Or you could actually make it. And see, that's another thing is if you have what we recommend, you can make it yourself. You can create it from scratch, make it up. Because some of them, I'll find a couple of mine that were really fun. A ransom note from cutout letters. That one I'm going to include again because that's just fun. Photo of someone you love. A recipe card from a supermarket. That one we won't include. Packaging from a recent purchase. Doodles. Lots of doodles. Stickers off of fruit and vegetables. That one I still could do because we're still getting food, right? A quote that you love. A cartoon character. Shipping or duct tape. Napkins. Draw or color some plaid, make a paper airplane out of wrapping paper or pattern paper, a crayon label, I like that one too, a ribbon, a postcard from any location, sheet music, fortune out of a fortune cookie. That one I will include because creating your own fortunes is a lot of fun. I'm going to tell you in just a second, Val. A fake credit card. An ARP or AA card. I don't know if you guys get those, but I get those constantly. A candy or gum wrapper, cupcake paper, Zentangle or interesting pattern, the hold edge from notebook paper, something from your local library, which I won't include this year, a ticket stub, a newspaper headline, picture of a fashion model, nail polish on something, perfume. I don't know if I'd do that one. Airline luggage tag, lyrics from your favorite song, rubber stamping, stickers, your family tree, lettering practice, company logos, pay red stuff, matchbook cover, flag from your country or state, a rag flag, butterfly, yarn, something unusual, something you're grateful for in either photos or words, something that says you. And then we had your 2018 word and your 2018 goal, because we did this New Year's Eve 2017 that went into the new year. So I'll show you quickly some of mine. I'll just pick randomly. The numbers here on the side were the page that it belonged on. Okay, test page of art supplies, 51 or 47. So here's 47. This was swatches in the background, and then I put junk on top. And what was the other page? 51, 48, 49. Okay, 51. So this was the other page of just a swatch of art supplies. That was when we got all that ink from Hobby Lobby. What is not on the list? We're going to put ideas. I'm going to ask you guys for ideas. We're going to copy them out, and then I'll have to finish them. Zentangle. So I'll just flip through this one real quick. So everything in here should correspond to something that was on the list. Here's the postage. I'm going to move this camera back because, there we go, that's easier for me. If you notice on the list, when I just hand wrote this and then held it to people. But I left out the numbers 48 and 49 and didn't realize it until after the list had been published, right? So my ransom note was, if you want to see 48 and 49 again, send art supplies to Monkey Island. I live on Monkey Island. So that was a fun ransom note that just happened crazily, right? There was a cupcake wrapper and a cartoon character. So you can combine the prompts. It's entirely up to you. It's just a mechanism for you guys to use just junk you find around your house and try and make interesting pages out of it. I finally figured out the only reason to be alive is to enjoy it. They're making that harder and harder, though. Here's a tea bag. I think we made that stream, actually. Here's product packaging in the Geico Gecko. Here's craft supply receipts. So I just made a little pocket. This we did, I don't know if we did this on stream, but this was really fun because I don't send my clothes to the cleaners anymore, right? So I had to make my own. So I sat and drew all this out, and then this was fingernail polish on somebody's shirt sleeve. So I combined multiple prompts on one page. And that really gets you to thinking, right? This is candy packaging. We're definitely doing candy packaging again, so if you have to, order it now. This was the torn pages from a notebook. Lyrics from my favorite song. Well, it's not my absolute favorite, but it's one of my very favorite songs, and if you haven't heard it, you need to go Google it and find it. It's called I Hope You Dance. I love it. Here I added Zentangle in the background. There's my little Mary. Okay, this is a picture of somebody I loved. And that was my little Mary. That's me and Mary sitting on her patio, drinking coffee. I look like a freaking goofball. That's probably why I put that there. But yeah, that's me and Mary sitting on her patio. I miss her and I love her. And Elaine in chat actually took this picture and gave it to me. So that was the person I loved. There's more Zentangle with off of an envelope that came in the mail. These are fruit and vegetable stickers. This was a recipe book from Ever. Gratitude. This is a postcard from Janice. And this is in honor of Denise, Dee Dee's daughter. That probably had just happened. Hi, Jilly. Thank you, Val. Denise was over helping Dee Dee clean out her art room. And a lot of you may have seen the little junk journals that were made with toilet paper rolls. Denise was freaking out about the stuff that Dee Dee had around, and she came up with this whole handful of these toilet paper rolls, and she was freaking out, like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you got to be kidding me. Honestly, I laughed so hard because I thought, you know what? Everybody in the audience watching right now has a wad of those toilet paper rolls, because someday we're going to make one of those journals. And then inside is a tag, WTF? Because that was her reaction. That was too funny, honestly. And honestly, I never throw a toilet roll away that I don't think of Denise. This was a newspaper article. God, that's weird. Indira Gandhi charged with election fraud. Oh my gosh. Stuff from 1975. This was fun. This we actually did an impromptu stream because it was something about using a paper airplane. and I could not figure it out. So Robert had to help me fold the airplane, and then I made I made it up a luggage tag, because I don't have those sorts of things, and I'm not sure why we called it Shit-A-Line. I'm sure at the time it was really. Here's Crayola wrappers. I actually took them off the Crayola, but I drew the big Crayola for the page. Crayons smell better than your butt. Why do we do this stuff? I don't know. This is packaging. God, have I had that carbon black pen that long? Wow. This was just a sample of lettering, probably with those Clan Young. That was the plaid. Business cards from local businesses. I don't know what this was. What prompt? I'd have to go look it up. Here's a game. That's packing stickers. Like a lot of these, I have no clue. And then here's the pops on a ribbon. Here's my greeting card. So you get to keep fun little stuff. Here's a little matchbook. Look how cute this is. Some of this stuff I've forgotten, you guys. It's a little matchbook. Crazy. Just stuck in there. You can make those really easy too. Anyway, this was a picture of a fashion model. I liked him. This was trash. These are paper towels that would have gotten thrown away, that I was going to work on top of but never did. Coffee, the most important meal of the day. If called by a panther, don't answer. That was my husband's, one of his favorite quotes. More Zentangle. More Zentangle. Here's a brochure from the Tulsa Zoo. So those sorts of things we can't use this year. Here's my family tree. That was a fun thing. Now, I enjoyed that. I don't know if you guys know much about your family tree, but this was really fun for me. And I was working on top that I probably would have thrown away. And this is one of my favorite quotes. It's better to have a rich soul, rich. Not some junk mail that came in the mail from GRDA. I used some, so you guys can kind of see, heart me some Queen. I like the royal family because I want to be them. I know, when Dee Dee left the room, yeah, kept showing us stuff. Hi, Elmaris. See, Galena just said her family tree was a tree with the words a whole bunch of nuts. Well, that qualifies. You get to do it your way. These are tags off of pillows and stuff around the house. Door broken, yelled ding dong really loud. Go away. I'm not sure what this prompt was, but this was fun. No stupid people be point. Oh, this is a page of blue. The neighbors have better stuff to hang on your doors. Please use the other door. Go easy. Back soon. Yeah, so this was a page of blue. These were fortune cookies. Life will be until the end when you pee yourself a lot. Oh my God. This one says, about time I got out of that cookie. Help, I'm being held hostage in his bakery. You will be hungry again in 1 hour. The greatest danger could be your stupidity. The fortune you seek is in another cookie. So there you go. Here's some more postage stamps that I made. So the thing about this is to get really inventive. And then this was my jigsaw puzzle. So we're going to go ahead and I'll show the others. New Year's Eve I booked. Some of them are funny as hell. This first one was funny. I forgot how funny that was. I haven't looked at that in years. Life will be good until you the end when you pee yourself a lot. Oh my God, I love that. That's what we have to look forward to, boys and girls. And this cover was really fun because we just started out with like a book page or something. I don't know. It was something Eileen was making me do, and then you had to just put washi tape on it randomly, and then kind of mix it all together with acrylic paints. And it just came out really cool looking. It's very colorful, and yeah. So I don't know. I might do that again because that was really fun. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my paper out here. Half the fun is making exactly CB. Yeah, that's half the fun is making the journal to stick it all in. This size for me is 8.5 this way and 5.5 this way. So all I did was take 8.5 by 11-inch sheets and fold them in half to make the whole journal. And then it's constructed much traveler's notebook with elastic, so you can take the pages in and out really easy. Of course, you can just do a comp book or whatever. It's entirely up to you. And we'll go over all that again New Year's Eve. So I'm going to sit here. Let me put something fun out for you guys to look at. He's going to be your friend while we do this. Throw out some ideas of stuff that you'd like to see on the list. Things that you really liked. I actually liked, and I do repeat many of the prompts because some of them are really fun. So anything on that list that you thought would be fun to do. So far on this list, so we don't repeat it, I have a page of swatches, food packaging, a page about a fib. And I think that came from Lena, that you have to pick another fib and do a page about that person. Toilet paper, I think that's a good one because some of you people are going to have to part with some of your hoard. A page about a fib. Candy wrappers, a page of pink, postage, greeting card, ransom note, cartoon character, quote, nature, something from nature, junk mail, napkin, a book page, candy wrapper, playing card. I got candy wrapper on there twice. Playing card, washi tape, toilet paper. Alright, so let's see. Elaine wants dryer lint. I did a page with dryer lint one time. That was so not fun. Coffee ring, or a good one. And even if you don't have that, you can make it up, right? Lipstick kisses. Or I'm just going to put lipstick. Not necessarily kisses, because then you could do like a collar, a man's collar with lipstick on it. You know what's going to happen then. It ain't going to be pretty. Alright, we're at 20. Alright, think about stuff that you have around your house. A headline from the year you were born. That's a great one. I'm afraid to look mine up because it would probably say amazing alien born in Denver. Whoops. Hi, Carla. Alright, you guys, come on. I can't do this by myself. Pattern paper is always a good one because most of us have it. And if we don't, meaning scrapbook paper, you can always make your own, right? But most of us, I think, have pattern paper because we're all a bunch of freaks that way. What else? Stuff that you bring into your house or you would have in your house. I like the idea of a photo. And I'm just going to put photograph. Like that year, I have nature, Kimberly. I'll put leaf next to it. But yeah, something from your yard. Jelly prints, that's a good one. If you don't have a jelly print, if you have fun foam, you can use fun foam as a jelly. Doesn't work quite as well, but it does work. Favorite non-art supply. That's going to make people think. I'm going to have to slap my remote control. Because if it's non-art, I want my remote control for my big screen TV. A coloring book page, that's fun. It'll make me color. But most of us have coloring book pages. A sticker page, yeah, that was what I thought about, to use stickers. Stickers are always a good thing. If you don't have any, you can always make them. Vintage cars. You're just putting that out there because you have great vintage cars. You have that, you can draw it. And the thing about any of these prompts, you get to interpret them any way you want. So, yeah, don't spray your book with Windex. I think you mean Windex, Dee Dee. A thread or slow stitching. That's actually good. And if you don't want to stitch, you can draw it, you know? Because there's really nothing against the rules. I mean, I don't check your work. But after you finish, you do have to email me and tell me you're done. Yeah, stupid autocorrect, sure. So yeah, we're at 32. I'm just looking around here. I did have postage on there. Okay, because I love postage art. So to me, that will be my first and favorite page. Did we use book page? Because I like, okay, we did use book page. Paper bag insert. Oh, you know, another one that I really liked was to do a tip-in. A pocket. A feather. I like that idea. Because if you don't have one, you can always draw it, right? An inked up page.
Go down to Smith's, change oil in the tractor.
Oh, I bet you're excited about that.
Yeah.
All right, honey.
See you in a bit.
Hey, K-Berg. Oh, so that's a good one. Kathy, we're coming up with prompts. I'm making you guys do my work for the New Year's Eve Streamathon. Hey, Scooby-Doo. Okay, alphabet letters. That could be interesting, too. Lyrics from a song, I like that one. Or you can use your own lyrics. Doesn't doesn't necessarily have to be real lyrics, right? Shoe polish. God, do I even have any shoe polish? I used to, but it's probably so old. Tractor oil. Dee Dee, get out of here. Dee Dee's the only one who'd have, or I would be the only one that would have tractor oil. An envelope. Oh, I almost wrote down tractor oil. Well, for that, I would, oh my gosh, the mailman came. I just have to cut out Robert's overalls and slap them in my page. It was an envelope that I was going to write down. Yeah, I want the box. We're going to take a break. Hold your ideas for a minute. Because I got a big old fat boy box here in the mail from Dee Dee Willingham. A matchbook. A matchbook is a good one too. Because if you don't have one, I'll do a stream where I show you guys how to do it. 43, blow ink with a straw. Okay, we're taking a break because I got a box. Wrapping paper is a good one. See, I can't stop. All right, just hold your ideas for a minute here while I do this. Because it's just complaining that it took too long to get here. All right. I don't know where the post office gets this tape that seals these boxes, but that is some bad boy adhesive, I'm telling you. Oh my gosh, you wrapped them all. Dee Dee Willingham, here's my wrapping paper. Oh my gosh, this thing is full. Okay, this is so much fun. Dee Dee, you nutcase. Card. God bless you and Bud too, Dee Dee. All right, I don't know why he insists on putting the mail right in front of me. Back camera, okay. Is this good enough? Look at gift bags. Oh, large paper clips. Oh, you crazy nut. Washi tape. See, all this can go by Scavenger Hunt. And Tim Holtz ephemera. Oh, baby, we're going to have fun with that. I don't have this package either. Unless you put dupes in here, this will all be me. Butterflies, tickets. Okay, we're putting ticket on the thing. And again, remember, if you don't have it, you can draw your own. Or another really cool thing is ask another fib for it. So you guys can swap stuff. Anybody can ask me for stuff. Okay, we're going to add a butterfly too. Look at this. I'm going to fill out the whole list. And see, like this, in my opinion, that could qualify for your nature page. Like you can go out in the yard and get it, but you could also just use ephemera like this. Oh, this is cool stuff. Another thing I like about it is it's not real thick, so it's going to lay pretty flat. Mushrooms. Love me some shrooms. There's nature. A scarab. Or a beetle of some kind. postage, big mushrooms. Oh, I like this set, Dee Dee. There's some cool stuff in here. Oh man, I'm gonna have cool stuff to put in my scavenger hunt. And the beast. Oh, that was another thing I was gonna work with you guys about too, is looking at doing a new journal. I love this stuff. I love this. Florist. I have to say, Tim Holtz's ephemera is very cool. There's my alphabets. Scooby-Doo. Keep moving. Look at Dee Dee. She's all impatient, and I want to look at my stuff. That maze is really cool, too. Oh, you know what? We could, guys, make your own maze. Right? A maze is a great thing. And washi, that's pretty. Oh, Dee. If lace goes off the screen, tell her. What's going off the screen? And large paper clips for all the really large papers that I have in my house. You know what I hate most about the end of the year? I mean, this is really the truth. December 31st, well, one, property taxes are due, which I hate. But also, two, it means we have to do taxes. God, I hate taxes. And property taxes. Okay, so you want me to put lace on the list. It is on the list. Lace and ribbon. That's always a given, because you can always use that as a page marker. Okay, moving on before Dee Dee has a cow. Dried flowers. We've done that before, and it's a good one. You guys, I really have to open this stuff because Dee Dee's wetting herself right now. Hi, Painty Girl. Yeah, see, that's the thing. We have washi tape on there, Barb. And you can make it or use some. I probably will use some of these prompts as things to do on stream, where one day I might make homemade washi. Love, hope, pray. These are bookmarks, and you can never have too many. I love them. Dee Dee, you're so thoughtful. Prayers to share. Oh, man. I wonder how many sheets are in here. I didn't say that could be one a day. You've been dreaming about this fresh start for a long time, and now you've begun. Congratulations. I'm praying for you. And then it gives you the corresponding Bible quote. I love that. If you can dream it, you can do it. One of these will definitely make it in my book. I prayed for you to hear God's voice today. I know you've been waiting patiently. Oh, Dee Dee, that's a cool thing. That is a way cool thing. I pray that you'll celebrate your life today and tomorrow and every day after that. That should be probably tattooed on everybody's arm, so you forget that we, in many ways, are the luckiest people ever. We live in the best times. You know what you need to do, but it's not going to be easy. I'm asking God to give you the confidence to move forward and the courage to take that first step. I would have thought on this page somewhere would be that quote about the longest journey starts with a single step. I will instruct you and show you the way to go with my eyes on. I will give counsel. It is the thoughts and intents of the heart that shape a person's life. Ah, this is so cool. This is so me. This is so me. Prompt, favorite quote. Isn't it? Isn't it? I will probably leave this out here and share it with you guys. Like Dee Dee does the A Million Ways to Be Creative. Maybe it's not a million, but it's close to that. But share it with you guys, because I believe in surrounding yourself with uplifting things. Like in my kitchen, if I look into my kitchen right now, the one thing I see is a big plaque that says, be thankful, live simply, be kind, do your best, use please and thank you, cherish family and friends, never give up, believe in yourself, listen with your heart, help others, laugh often, and love lots. And I'm kidding, Abigail. I'm not a huge tattoo supporter, but I think to each their own, but you'll never find a tattoo on me. Yeah, so I think I'm going to leave that out here and share it with you guys regularly. And then my daughter-in-law bought me a plaque. It's really pretty on my wall that says, begin each day with a grateful heart. So every time I walk into my room, I see that. And some days, if you forget, it's nice to have those reminders around. Because it's easy to get a little sour, and especially now, while it seems like just nothing in the whole world is going right, there's plenty that's going right. And right now, it's probably the best time to demand more of yourself. Fine touch brush set. Let's see what the bristles feel like. Get the big one out. Oh, those are nice. Dee Dee, you went cuckoo crazy. Those are very nice. I actually had that brush the other day, but I worked my way around it. Let it snow. So cute stickers. They're like puckers, 3D stickers kind of. Check out these. I never see these kind of balls, Dee Dee. And these are on, but you got it, Dee Dee's, with these pom-pom balls where she puts a handful in her hand and then coughs and they just go puking out all over. More bookmarks. Those will end up in my book. I just have a pile of fun stuff here. That's not all, you guys. Here's Santa. Dee Dee said this morning she doesn't wrap presents. She does wrap presents. She lied to you guys. Because these are wrapped. And they're wrapped pretty nice. Wait a minute. Baby buddy, while his back was hurting, she was saying, get those presents wrapped. I really am glad he's feeling better, because there's nothing more miserable than having your back out. Ah! Lou Dobbs! The Trump Century. Lou Dobbs book. I love Lou Dobbs. Yay! I have great stuff. I'm excited. I will start that. Well, I'm still in the middle of another book, but that's my next book on my list. Thank you. Did Bud read that? Dee Dee. Hey, Lena. Lena, I was bragging on you a little while ago. You kept me entertained all weekend. And I still have a couple to finish. Look at Baker's Twine for swatches. You want to get it for your hubby? I'm excited. All right, here's another package of stuff. Dee Dee, you went crazy. Yes, from Bud. Okay, cool. The best of watercolor. Cool. Sweet. check this stuff out. I haven't seen this, Dee Dee. Oh, it's a special issue. Competition winners. 120 for extraordinary paintings ready to inspire. Paint texture, 5 simple techniques. Color. So it's eye candy and instructions. You had me laughing my head off, Lena. A couple of times, honestly, I was laughing my head out. Check out that monochromatic one. That's awesome. I need to test myself, you know, like break out of my, because I like that one. I like them all. Break out of my comfort zone. Do something different. Oh, they're all so awesome. Check out that one. Brent Funderburk. I've seen another artist who does this type of painting. That is very intriguing to me. Look at the jeans on the chair. Now that is a talented artist right there. I mean, you can almost feel the texture in those jeans. Good job, Audrey. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, she says each of the artists gets to say a little blurb, I guess, about what they've submitted. And she says, I painted these jeans many times. With this painting, I spent as much time photographing, Dee Dee. And that's where I fall down. Photographing the reference as I did on the painting itself. I worked from several photos, and I use Adobe Photoshop to study different compositions. Once I settle on an animated grid over my paper using sewing thread. I use this movable grid throughout the drawing and painting process. I don't use black paint. Instead, I darks using staining non-granulating ingredients or pigments. Well, whatever she does, she is darn good at it. Yeah, you see, Sam? Yeah, this is. Look at that. Ugh. All right, I won't force you guys to look at every page with me because I will be scouring this and the artist later. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Look at this and the lights that hit on her wrinkles. Oh my gosh. Or his wrinkles, I don't know. It's a Tibetan woman's. So there are some seriously talented people out there, you guys. I'm not sure why you're hanging out with me. Yeah, that's beautiful, Dee Dee. And then the Pocket Scavenger, Carrie Smith. Now, I've done, if you guys aren't familiar with Carrie Smith, she is the Wreck This Journal girl. And she's written several books. The Wanderer is one of them. But she's probably most famous for Wreck This Journal. And I've done those. And they are fun. I mean, talk about breaking, especially for me, breaking out of your comfort zone and doing something that you wouldn't do. Now, I didn't take my book into the shower like she recommended, or I didn't go hide it in my neighbor's yard. Some of them I just didn't do. But a hair sample. I'm going to dig in my bathroom trash and get out like the big old wad of hair, because you guys, my hair is really long. Yeah, and when I clean out my brush, I get like a wad hair like you wouldn't believe. I'm going to go get that out of the trash. But I wanted to look at every page with you. Okay, we'll do that later, Carla. Okay, so let's go through some of the prompts. I do love these books. Oh, look it's got a whole list. Let's read the list since we're working on the list. Oh my God. Okay, this is definition. It starts out definition of a scavenger, introduction, the scavenge, alteration, benefits of joy and being a scavenger, scavenger tools, instructions, map. Oh, you know what? Actually, drawing a map, that we're going to put that on ours, where you have to create your own map. And another thing I'm going to do is go through the Linda Berry books, because she's got some really great instructions, I guess, or being inspirational and using your creativity. Item for your dad list. Dad joke. No lie. Anyway, here's the collect and alter in hers. Okay, postage stamps, we've got that. The number 5, we could just use hers. Paper clip, a feather, we got a feather. A used envelope, a ticket, 9 circles, 9 circles. A form of currency. Oh, designing your own money would be good too. That was 52. I'm just going to put money. And if you guys don't know it, photocopying money is illegal, but if you don't try and pass it off, how are they ever going to know? Something you can see through. Oh, her prompts are good. 3 different textures, something with text on it, a post-it note, a piece of moss. Post-it is good. Dee Dee could have a whole book of nothing but post-its. Her whole book could be post-its. Some wire, a part of something you ate. Now, those sorts of things, I'm not inclined to put food or lick my book. So if they say lick your book, I'm not licking my book. Something you can only find in your local environment. Something on your body. How are you going to put something on your body? You going to rip off a wart? What the hell? That's crazy. Something on your body. Hi, Deborah. A used tea bag. Now, see, I'm not going to use a used tea bag because that would be moldy and gross. One year you had useless random facts. That was random facts. That was a good one. Yeah, that promoted a lot of laughs. You'll look mine up because it was really funny. A napkin, we've already got that. Something sticky, we'll call stickers. Things, a piece of a puzzle, an elastic band, an image of a character, several kinds of leaves, a piece of red string, a wrapper, a photo of yourself, a postcard, 4 squares, 5 buttons, an image of an elephant. I know one thing, I can't say what I want to say. Dee Dee, remind me later. When it said an image of an elephant, remind me to tell you what I thought of. Okay, because that would be rude to say out loud. Rock tracings. What are rock tracings? Something orange, something from the year you were born, a handwritten quote, samples of handwriting from 5 different people. We can't do that one because we're not supposed to be talking to other people. A pencil rubbing of a gravestone. I've done a lot of that. And that actually is, and that would be good if we could leave home. A hair sample, a fortune from a fortune cookie, we've already got that one. A coupon, something that is broken or something that was discarded. A stain made by liquid, a stain that is green. Something that can be crumbled, something that can be made and leaves a mark. I kind of like that one. I'm going to write this down and then later I won't remember what I mean. Something that was part of a tree, something that was planted, a found note, a piece of flat candy, a few seed pods, something left by an animal, something that was created using a machine, something that was man, something that is a miniature. Ooh, I like the miniature. Any of these are making you, spark your creative juices. Write it down so you can tell me in a minute. A piece of origami, I've done that in the past. Something that was given to you. I like that one too. Sorry, I'm still working on this. A drawing not done by you. Now that one I wouldn't mind doing because I'd make Lane draw me something. Several different kinds of grass, something that is imaginary, a pure foam, several plastic items of different color, something with spots, something curved, 6 triangles, something with a hole in it, a pencil rubbing of the bottom of a shoe. That's kind of a good one. something from a construction site, can't do that one, a UPC symbol, a piece of green fabric, and then some extra things is fun things to do, random scavenge, quick scavenge, sound scavenge, just all different kinds of things. And see this, like, if you can't go out and get a leaf, the truth is you could draw one. Like, there's no rules that make one thing better than another, or nothing's off limits. The whole practice is about being creative, breaking outside of your box and doing something creative, and using the stuff that you've got, not only your art supplies, but just stuff around your house. Because a lot of people do glue books. And this is really no different than a glue book, except that you have a list of stuff to put in it. Something from the bottom of your shoe. See, I could do that, Dee Dee, only I wouldn't actually go do it, but I could draw it. Here. There you go. I just drew Dee Dee's prompt. But this, that's what this whole thing is pretty much about. Just making you take the time to think. And I might add some at the bottom, where I make you draw. A drawing not done by you. See, that one I kind of like. A piece of origami that kind of encourages fibs to talk with each other and say, hey, I need a drawing. Is anybody willing to send me one? It's rude to ask for that, you know? Like, I would draw a sunflower and send it to somebody. You could put it in your book, but make you interact and send stuff through the mail, and it's inexpensive, it's fun to get the mail. So if you've never gotten happy mail, you know, maybe you'll get to experience that. An image of an elephant. Dee Dee, do not let me forget. And then on hers, see, she's an image of a character, and then she has you write down the location you found it, the time, date, and a story. I would say if that's something you would want to do, I would incorporate that into my book, because you could put the thing over here and then some, you know, fill out your little story over here. No one send me here. Thanks. Dee Dee, you shouldn't say stuff like that. An elastic band, everyone would have that. A piece of a puzzle, 6 blue things. So we went through the whole list. So I will be doing 2 scavenger hunts. I will be doing this one, and I will be doing this one. So are we? We're not done yet. God, I love the color thing, Dee Dee. I'm so excited. This is the funnest box, Dee Dee. Crazy girl. Bad, because I haven't sent Dee Dee a box. I don't go shopping, but I do have an idea. Aw, look at what she sent me. Oh, this is the last package. Dee Dee, you're so kind and generous. Thank you. You found this at Hobby Lobby? My Hobby Lobby doesn't carry arches anymore. Favorite watercolor paper. You painted on a used tea bag? It didn't moldy and crappy? Like, I'll make a tea bag, but, or have the tea bag papers. I have those. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you so much. Arches is becoming really rare. Yeah, it is. It's my absolute favorite. In fact, I used the sheet on the marshmallow guy. And there is just absolutely nothing that compares to Arches. I just, and I'm not dissing on Strathmore or Canson or any of the other brands. They're really more than adequate. But when you use Arches, there's just no comparison. I'm sorry, it's just true. I wish they'd come up with an inexpensive version of it. All right, we're moving on with our list. Moving on. Did you guys hear anything in that Scavenger Hunt book that I just read off that you thought was interesting? Let me get something to drink. I am, Cheryl, a day never goes by that I don't thank God for everything, for just breathing another day. But I am a very lucky person, and I try and be a grateful person. I think when you put that out in the universe, things come back to you. Okay, here, Lisa, my Eclectic Life, said aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is a good one. What else did you say? Numbers, magazine image. And I did write down wire. The prompt with collecting only blue things looked fun. Yeah, see, Lena, you just missed. We have a page of pink this year. But we can do another page of blue or whatever color you guys want. A handprint, that was a good one. That was in one of our other years. We got gift wrap. I'm almost sure. I'll have to make sure that I don't repeat some of these. Cheryl, it's about the only way to be. Yeah, I picked pink. Eileen's favorite color. Yep. Eileen's page was really funny, Lena, honestly. I had her pegged in about two seconds. And because I'm so far behind, I haven't been guessing on the names, but most of them I've done really good. Shoes. Okay, shoes is going to make you think outside the box because you can't put a pair of shoes in your thing. Draw E.T. riding on a flamingo. Leanne wants to drink some scotch and do a journal page, Lena. Yeah, she was drinking scotch. And actually, if I drink, which I don't drink often, but if I do, say go out to dinner with people, or which we can't do anymore, I drink scotch. And I like it. My very first serious boyfriend drank scotch, and that's how I learned to like it. And it's about the only hard alcohol that I'll even drink. And I don't mind wine so much, except that wine can make you feel really crappy. Oh, you know what? I'm glad. Just Jennifer. Is that Jennifer? She just said stencil designing, but I'm going to put in here to use a stencil. A tea tab, that's another one. Tea bag / tab. Let's do a chain. And if you don't want to put one in there, you can always draw it. See, that's the thing, where it gets outside of your comfort zone. Jennifer, did you watch this stream on Monday? Got it, Norma. Flowers. Where I showed my Santa cross stitch. If you didn't, I'll go get it right now and show it to you. Fibs swap. I think I have that, but I'll go ahead and put it down again. Because I really like the idea of having to swap something, where you have to mail something out and get something back. Okay, hang on just a second. You guys be thinking for just a minute. And I'm going to get my Santas to show Jennifer. Jennifer has gotten into cross stitch big time and doing really well. There's Santa. Cross stitch Santa from 1987. I'm trying to get the glare off. That was a whole hell of a lot of work. Pretty small fabric, so I'm pretty sure I went blind, and then when I quit this, when I finished this, I never picked up another cross stitch pattern in my life. I need to get some of my other ones out. Yeah, I'm proud of this. I love this. I'm glad the kids came this year, so I had to get it out and look at it again, because I can't tell you how long it's been since I've gotten my cross stitch out, or most of my Christmas decorations, frankly. But when the kids came this year, I thought, I came across that and thought, oh, I'm going to get it out. Well, and I wanted to show it to Jersey, because Jersey is just starting her cross stitch journey. Cross stitching is, in my opinion, it's very relaxing. Like, turn on Netflix and cross stitch. Thanks, guys. Hi, G. All right. Any more ideas? We're at 69. Here, I put a little Dee Dee quote down on my little drawing. Smell what I'm stepping in? Thanks, Jennifer. You cross stitch once in the 80s? I did it for years and years and years. It was about the only thing that I did that was even crafty. I did have my stamps, and I did play with them. Down, Kathy. Oh, that's actually a good one. Where you have to pick out a word that you don't know. Definition of a word you don't know. That's a good one. Get smarter. I still have a hoard of cross stitch books. Dee Dee, I'll look through them to see if any. I got a lot of my cross stitch books, and I ended up just taking them to the thrift store. Some of them were really old, and I could sell them on Etsy or something. And I thought, you know what? No, I think I'm going to take them to the Christian thrift store and let them make the money, because I wasn't going to do all the mailing and packaging and all that for $1. You know, like, no, I'm not doing that. So I just packed off and got rid of them, because I knew I wasn't ever going to do it again to the extent that I had done it in the past. Cross my heart is the comfort force. See, and I think I had gotten rid of mine before I knew Dee Dee worked at a cross stitch store. Oh, wow. Is Zentangle on the list? No, Kathy, but it's going to get on there right now. We're doing good. We've got 72. All right, you guys, put on your thinking caps. I actually like the pop top. I think I'm going to put one of those in there, because you had to get real inventive with what to do with that. Piece of fabric is a good one. What else was on the list? That I'm going to look in this Carrie Smith book again, because I did like the puzzle one too. That makes you get pretty inventive puzzle, and that could be a jigsaw, Sudoku, whatever you like, crossword, whatever. Julie may get her wish to get 100 things. Your favorite animal? See, I probably would have stopped at 75, but Julie wants 100. Pop-up 3D element. Ah, great one, Avadale. And on something like that, then you're going to have to go on YouTube, but the ways to do it are really easy, so you'll have to learn something new. Favorite cartoon character? I already know what that's going to be for me. All right, 76, 77, this is 78. All right, let's look. I kind of like the handwriting sample too, where you have to try some bubble lettering or brush lettering. How did you know, Lena? Calvin and Hobbes is absolutely my favorite. My favorite one ever is when he walks outside and it's cold and he says, "Don't you hate it when your boogers freeze?" It's like, yes. Finger paint, that's a good one. All right. I can't remember where I got these journals with the dot grid. I love them. He's yours too? I know. I love Calvin and Hobbes. Love him. And we already did a headline from the year you were born. Something you can see through is a good one too. So you'll have to use some cellophane or some packaging. That's actually a really good one. All right. Favorite toy? Okay, well, that means that people may have to draw, which I don't mind because I've driven or drawn every toy, every vintage toy, I've drawn it. A miniature greeting card. Now we've done miniature. Some of these I may refine as I make the list, okay? But I'm writing down everybody's ideas. And then as I'm creating the list, I'll be a little bit more selective and see how much trouble it's going to be for some people. Somewhere you make a zine and put it in a pocket on the page. I'm going to just say create a zine, because creating a pocket is another prompt. So, piece of a calendar. You know what I was wondering? For whatever reason, seems like everywhere Robert's gone this year, they've given him a free calendar. Talisman. If you don't know what that means, look it up. Hey, Julie, we're getting to 100. So you need to put your thinking cap on, girl, and help us out here. But yeah, like every place he's gone, he drags home another calendar. It's like, what are we going to do with these calendars? I should package them up, send them Dee Dee to use in collage, because, like... Okay, did we add string? I can't remember, you guys. Did we add string? Note it down. I know we've got ribbon. I'm going to use string. I'm working towards the 100. We're at 85, Julie. Postcard. Okay, arts and crafts deck. I mean, I guess you could make it, but some of it a little difficult. I like postcard, though. A printed plaster. What the hell is that? Potato stamping. If I gathered up all these random calendars and sent them, Dee Dee, don't be surprised, girl. Because when he drags them in, it's just like in my mind, that's like that trash can. That's true. She does make calendars for the envelope she sends. Plaster. Maybe you're calling it something different than I know. Favorite season. Okay. Julie's come with the bomb of ideas. Least favorite color. That's always a good one. God, I'm so glad I didn't have to do this all by myself. Upside down page. That's a good one because I always end up with upside down on accident. Whole eggshell decorations. I'm not putting eggshells in my thing. Sorry. Anything that is food related, anything like that, no, I'm not a fan. Whole eggshell decorations. A wild card, that's always a good one. Let people use their own. Which is, I'll just put your choice. But yeah, that's always a good one. See what people come up with. A bonbon joke. I'm out of the loop. You haven't received one calendar this year, probably because I haven't been out. No place to put my appointments. Well, see, Nancy, that's when you have to create your own beast. Melted crayons. I love the crayon page. I'm just going to put a crayon page, okay? And then I'll put melted or not. That is a great one because I did love the crayon page. That was a whole hell of a lot of fun. A rusty page. That's going to get people going, what? That's okay. We want people to get inventive. I might use the wrong word for, maybe it's called a Band-Aid. Oh, okay. Yeah, use a Band-Aid. That's a good one. Yeah, we call them Band-Aids here. I forget, you guys call them plasters. What you wanted to be when you grew up. Something to represent each of the five senses. We've done the greeting card. See, what's really funny, when I think back, you wanted to be when you grew up. I think I know what I'm going to do for that one now that I've just thought about it. But I think I thought of more of things, what I didn't want to be. Okay, five senses. Something repaired is what I put. Oh, we're getting so close. Clean up a mess with it. Okay, clean up a mess. Kind of like Smack and Dragon. Clean up a mess. So most people will do Smack and Dragon for that. Cocktail umbrellas. That's going to be hard, Abigail, because I'm trying to do things that people don't have to leave their home for. Because so many, well, just as a general rule, many of our fibs are homebound to begin with and don't have the ability to go out, and especially this year. So I like the idea of a umbrella page, but that would require leaving home or buying it. And I don't want people to spend money on this. A swatch page, we got that. A dictionary page, got that. Attraction from your area. Okay, I eliminated that this year, Julie, because that would require people leaving home. Favorite artist page, I got that on there. A painted envelope. We're so close. We only need 2 more. And some of these I might have to eliminate for what, you know, as I think about them and see what we're asking people. We've got the beef. An envelope window. Draw your breakfast, napkins, something you found. I like breakfast. Because mine was a Sonic cup. I got napkins, Julie. Something found. Okay. And napkins, we've already done that. Picture or a drawing of a shoe you would never wear. Something out of style. Everything I own. The shoe one, didn't we do something with the shoe? So you could do that, the ugliest shoes, but had something with a shoe. I'll just write it down and cull it later. I'm just going to put ugly shoes. All right, I'm going to get down everybody's idea, and then we're going to do something. Create blackout. Oh, that's a good idea too. Blackout poetry. And that one I could actually do on stream. Black and white page. I like that. God, you guys really made this easy. Why didn't I do this in previous years? Okay. I'm going to put down pet/animal, because a lot of people won't have a beloved. Something from a jewelry box. Okay. We're doing good. Another one that I always like is use unused supply, where you have to break out something that you have that you just don't use anymore. Mine would be like gelatos. We've got washi tape. We don't have a button. I like a button. That one will definitely go on there. We had buttons in years past, in fact, because That was my button. The sock monkey, that was my button. A Paige Branson. I'm gonna do it. Oh, one thing we did was sequins. What was it? Safety pin. That's a good one. This is a pretty good list. We've done really well, you guys. Like really, really well. Okay, and so what will happen is I'll go through it all and think about, you know, like some of the limitations that some of our fibs have. And if it doesn't seem real that, you know, some people just won't be able to do it, then I'm going to take it off the list. But I think most of these are things that we're going to have right at our fingertips, every one of us. So there's no reason we can't, with a little bit of scavenging. So then when I get the list put together, I put it in a Google Doc. We have candy wrapper, Curly T. And then Christmas Eve, Rag Flag is a good one too. And then Christmas Eve, I give you guys a link to the Google Doc. Yeah, because you know I love glitter so much. Favorite quote will definitely be on there. I have a million favorite quotes. And then you'll be able to go to that Google Doc and print it out or whatever. So you don't tell me, you don't have to do anything. You just take the link. It'll take you to the Google Doc where all the prompts will be. And then from there, you do what you want with it. I'll go over all this again New Year's Eve. So you could do a bling page. Exactly, Curly T. Because in this, I do have glitter. I do have glitter. Okay, I know what I'm going to do for my glitter page. See, sometimes you just have to sit and think for a second. It's a good list, so thanks for helping me, you guys. Okay, now if you want to do, this is going to be quick because I've only got like an hour left. I loved Brenda's Christmas card so much. I loved her little gnome guy so much. And Dee Dee was playing with her. So this is going to be really quick. With her gouache paints this morning. And I only have this small set because I'm a poor deprived child. But they're the same exact thing. They come in the same little tubs with the same foil lids on them and stuff like that. This is the 18 set, and I would bet you $100 that they're made in the same factory in China. If I had to bet money, just say, yep, they're from the same factory in China. So I thought I would go ahead and do this little guy's face because he's so cute. Look at him with his hat, and it can't see his eyes and stuff like that. And I'm gonna put him in my little stinky journal. How about try a new technique by the same Chinese? Exactly, Julie, exactly. But I thought I would go ahead and use these paints and do kind of like a comparison because I was going to do this little guy no matter what. But I was going to use the Derwent Graphitint paints because this weekend while I was watching Lena, she used her Graphitint paints, and I have both the Graphitint pencils, which I love. They're water soluble. They're very muted colors. See, there's no real bright colors on here. And then paints, which my friend Amy sent me. By the way, Amy's doing well. Thank you for all your prayers. She's home and everything's good. Oh my God, that is so, I painted a gnome for my cards and made one on my daughter and her snake raptor. Yeah, well, I'm going to copy you because I love your little... Hi, Devin. Enjoy your lunch. Yeah, so Derwent took the pigments from these and made a set of 12 pan paints out of them. And I kind of hope they come out with more because I need something to buy. I haven't bought myself anything in ages. So I thought I would do 3 of these little and use the gouache, the Graphitint, and then because another thing I have that I never use is the Paul Rubens glitter paints. I don't know what I can't remember what they call them, but they're kind of pearly, metallic, whatever. I never use either, so I thought, okay, I picked 3 very different products, and we're going to try to do the same thing with different paints. Yeah, Amy's doing well. I think, you know, she's still real sore and stuff, but she's doing well, so I think they have 2 different sets of the pants. Are you kidding, Lisa? Oh my God, I'm going to have to go out and search. That would be awesome. Yeah, no, Amy's doing well, so thank you so much for the prayers. And yeah, so let's just quickly, you guys can draw along. I'll leave the card here so you can see it. I'm going to do the same drawing, or essentially the same drawing 3 times, mostly just painting the shapes, so it's not like you have to even do much sketching, but I'll just go ahead and do it. Okay, I want that to be, the bottom of his hat to be about right there. See, there's just not much to this little guy. You can draw his little face in an instant. Okay, so I'm going to draw essentially the same thing 3 times. So I'll end up with 3 gnomes on the page, right? And it's best for me if I do just like a quick sketch. It'll actually help come out in the painting, but it helps me if I just have something sketched out. And his beard, of course, is going to have to be white, so... But it's mostly just to use the 3 different products. See the same piece of art? But I'll probably use white gouache or watered down acrylic for the white of his beard. Okay, we have 3 little gnomes here on page. And we can do these fast because there's just not much to them. So you guys draw along. Derwent has 2 of the Inktense paint sets, but only 1 of the Graphitint. Okay. Yeah, and I don't the Inktense because I have Inktense pencils, Inktense blocks. And there's something about the binder, the Inktense, that I don't like. It just doesn't flow as smooth as the binder in other paints. Now, the binder of Graphitint, that's some bad jam right there. Okie dokie, we're going to use the gouache first, And for the amount of paint you get on these, this is really a good deal, you guys. I don't remember what the 18 was. He sent it to me, but the other day when Dee Dee was opening hers, somebody looked it up. And for that huge set that Dee Dee got, it was like $60. So for the amount of product you get, it's a good deal. No doubt about it. It's a great deal. Okay, just because we can, and we got them today, we're going to use those new paints that Dee Dee sent. Because there's no point in letting them sit unused. Ooh, is there one that has a point? Alright. Alright. These are all-purpose brushes. If I don't like them, I'll get my other ones. Okay, on these they say, do not use mineral spirits or turpentine to clean brushes. Rinse with lukewarm water, reshape your fingers. Okay, there we go. Alright, I got out 2 sizes. It doesn't have much of a point, so woo! Here's a challenge for my bad self. And I'll tell you flat out if I don't like them. But the thing is, they're inexpensive brushes compared to really good watercolor. But you can use water brushes for so many things. So, all right. What color do we want his hat in the first one? And if you guys are done drawing, I'm going to go ahead and move him out of the way. What color do we want his hat? This is the swatch card for this. Okay, and for those of you who aren't familiar with gouache, this is gouache paint, which is watercolor. And it's got a binder in it so that it's not as transparent. Okay, I drew the black line back here to get an idea of how opaque or transparent they were. These are not really opaque. So, all right, we want a green cap. I'm going to do this color green. They do dry out, and the other day I stuck my finger in that one. They always stay a little gooey. Like these have dried out, the moisture has evaporated, but they're always a little gooey. Like I can get paint on my fingers. So I don't think they're ever going to totally dry out. But each one's going to be different too. Like the white is going to be way different than, say, the blue, because the nature of white paint is just different. They have to add a lot more, I guess, binder for that white pigment. Anything pastel is going to be that way. Okay, dark green would be this one. That one's kind of pretty. Doesn't matter to me. We'll just use that one. But they re-wet very, very nice. I don't think I want to paint directly out of the pan. I've just learned the hard way to go ahead and move your onto a palette. You got more control that way. Okay, first one. Dark green. It's puking out its bristles. Can you guys see okay? I'm going to use the white. And this is that same stinky journal I was working in the last couple weeks. I just used it because it was laying here. Dee Dee got one. We were comparing the paper. Dee Dee got one with a Christmas gift card. And the paper's not horrible, but they're, what did you say the name was? Leather Village? or something like that. But for, I don't know, I love the journal. It's very earthy. The paper's undyed, but it takes watercolor pretty darn well, all things considered. But I have to say the journal itself just feels good. And to me, Dee Dee was talking this morning that you can also get an acrylic gouache. To me, that's a misnomer. The gouache, at least my understanding, and it could be that I'm just a dope, but the nature of gouache is that it's just an opaque watercolor. And now you've got acrylic gouache. I don't know what makes the acrylic product gouache. Is it going to be transparent or more opaque? Because acrylics are opaque. So it was just like, well, that's a misnomer. That's just... All right, now I'm mix some color. When you only have the 18 colors, you have to go ahead and mix colors because you don't have all of them. Now, Dee Dee would have skin tone. You laughed when she said the paper doesn't stink. My book stunk, but it was the moisture, I'm sure. Just sure of it. So I'm going to have to mix. Oh, that was dirty. Clean your brush good. Clean that off because that's never going to be a good color. Just a little bit of pink. Making me some skin tone. A little bit of pink yellow should give me a decent skin tone. I should have a... Yeah, that's all right. They're a little dirty, but probably because I had a little bit of the green still in my brush. But that'll be okay. Now, when I use the Paul Rubens, how I'm going to mix skin tone on that, I don't know. Yeah, my yellow is just why I got it dirty. Yeah, this one will be better. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and move on. Well, no, I'll pick out something for his clothes. We can use the same green for his clothes, I guess, since we already got it out. I don't have a huge amount of time left. All right, we're going to let him dry because I'm going to have to come back with white. Well, I can do the white on the gouache one because it has two. And the whites, the two whites that you get, they are different. One is a brighter white than the other. And I'm sure they had a name, but I don't know what the hell they are. Yeah, I down. Because if you watch Dee Dee, the names that the Chinese give these paints are hysterical. Like, they'll name it vanilla. Oh, what the hell? Vanilla's brown. Okay, we're going to use this white. Got him a little lopsided. So now you're able to see about how opaque this paint is. Hi, Deb. Okay, and she used gold, do the ruffle on his hat. I'm trying to look here. I don't have, unless I get the gold Fine Tech out. I think I'm going to do mine white. Because I don't have anything gold in the gouache. I do have the Fine Tech, obviously. Oh, he's so cute. Just one great big white ball. And to try and get this more opaque, I am using it directly out of the pan, but as a rule, I would not necessarily recommend that. Okay, and I'm gonna add, let's see, I'm gonna use the navy blue to darken this green a little bit. And we'll do a quick shadow. Creases on his hat. Okay, I'll check chat real quick. Well, I let that dry just a little bit. Are you going to use different product on each gnome? Yeah, I'm going to use different products on each one, Devin. It's the same drawing, different product. The advantage of this one is I have more color selection with the gouache. The other ones are going to be trickier because I don't have the collection, but that's okay. And remember, this is water soluble, so when you paint on top of it, it's going to move. Just know that it's going to move. Okay, I'm going to fill in directly from the pan with a little bit more white, and then move on, let this dry, and we'll come back and do the detail. I mean, these are really quick little paintings, you guys. And I'm doing this now for texture, and I'll come back in after it dries and add the gray. All right, we'll let that one dry, and the next product we'll use will be the Graphitint. These are going to be a real challenge because your selection of colors is really, really limited. So I think I'm going to do his hat and stuff. Let's just look, because we can. Alright, that's the autumn brown. I was going to try and get kind of a red kite. This is called Port, but if I remember right, yeah, I was going to say that was more purple. Oh, we don't have a huge selection of colors. We're going to go with that autumn brown because we can. Make ginger gnome. That's about what we're going to end up with. Oh, you mean make his ginger? We could try that, because let me try the russet. I've got this loaded up right now. Go ahead and do this, his hat first. And again, I'm going directly from the pan, which I normally wouldn't do, but because you like that, the darks and the lights. The only way to keep it a constant color is to mix it on a palette. But we're not worrying about it. We're going to add the water directly on the page. Now I'm going to keep the ruffle on his hat white, and I'm probably going to have to use or something. This probably is really good practice for me to do something with a limited palette, because it's kind of outside of my comfort zone, honestly. I'm used to having all the colors you want, everything you want. The skin tone is going to be a little weird too. I do love these paints though. I do love the paints. Roadmap, mix in that russet. It helps on the skin tone. The russet. Yeah, that's what I was going to try. Lena, I need to do my own cheat sheet on this. Oh, that's not a bad skin tone. Oh, honestly. These are very granulating paints as well. So if you're familiar with watercolors, yeah, I like that a little bit darker. Familiar with watercolors, paints that granulate means you can see the actual minerals that they separate out, right? All right. A treasure map. Oh, a treasure map. I actually... All right, let me write that down, Abigail. We do actually have a map on there, but maybe I'll turn it into a treasure map. Got it. And if you guys think of more, you can always leave a message on this video. I do get, oops, I do get notifications when you guys leave messages. So I think I stuck my hand there. Don't do what I do. All right, now we're going to come up with a beard. I'm going to try and familiarize myself with these colors because this cheat sheet they give you, it's close, but it's not great. Just saying. So I'm thinking the autumn brown. Let's see how that does. That's more brown. That's going to be a green. It shows as yellow, but it's really not. Okay, Painty Girl's saying you have a treasure map invitations you picked up. I have maybe 8. That's a guess. Okay, there you go. You guys can get in touch with Painty Girl. And she has her YouTube channel, so you can always contact her there. And yeah. Okay, bye, Dee Dee. I'm not going to be on very much longer. I'm going to look for how I can make this red skin or red hair. It's going to match his hat an awful lot, I think, because my choices are so limited. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add some gouache, some white gouache to lighten that up. And since Lena's familiar with these, if she wants to give me suggestions for mixing, I'm always open to suggestions. Right now he looks like he's gonna have pink hair. All right, that's as good as it's going to get. And really, for something like this, you guys, you don't have to worry. I'm not sure if that's what you were thinking, Julie, or whoever suggested ginger. This is probably as good as I'm going to get with the Graphitint until I play with them more. You know, I don't know how colors showing up on camera too. That's always a problem with streaming, is you never get to see the same colors as what the streamer is seeing. You got white paper, so I just used that white and painted beard shadow with the graph gray. Okay, well, she wanted me to make it a redhead, so that's why oh, dumbass, I put his arm in the total wrong place. Hang on, I'm gonna get that as best I can. I'll move that around into his beard. How to fix problems. Are you painting along there, Lena Earl? He looks like matchy. No. He's cute though, but I'm going to use white for his up around his. Ah, I almost dropped that right on my paper. I almost do that every time. I don't know why. I'm such a lame brain. Okay, wash this real good because I'm going to add the white on his hat. So he almost looks like Santa Claus. You're painting along. Awesome. It's always fun when somebody plays along with you. Now, one thing with the gouache, because it is thicker, like I'm doing here, you will get more texture than you ever would with regular watercolors. So that's kind of a cool thing. An advantage you have with gouache that you wouldn't have with regular watercolors. And different gouache products are going to act different as well. So don't think because one behaves in a certain way that one you use next is going to behave in the same way. Because I only have used a few gouache products, but don't assume that they're the same opaqueness or anything like that. Okay, and this one I'll just get a little short. See you, Julie. Have a great afternoon. All right. And then the third one, so I can get at least 3 base coats down. Let's do the Paul Rubens shimmery. Let's see what colors we've got in there, because here we go again. And I should have, somehow it's gotten apart from here. But normally, in all of my paint palettes, I try and keep a cheat sheet. Alright, what color do we want his suit to be? Do we want to do a red one? I kind of like the earthy tones. In this one, we're not going to get much earthy. Maybe we can do the green, the dark green shimmery. Let's do that. We'll test it first and see if we like it. You love Paul Rubens? See, I haven't used him very much, Devin, but yeah, I'm going to use that dark gray green. I think he'll just match better. Now, if I was being my normal self, I would have started on this side and worked that way to make sure that I always have my hand in wet paint, because that's the way I roll. And again, going directly from the pan, which is not my favorite way to paint, but it's all right. It's almost like I'm using the paper as a palette. These are nice smooth paints, you guys. A bunch of us bought them. I hate to think how long it's been since we bought these, and I'm embarrassed at how little I've actually used them. Okay, Devin, have a good afternoon. Thanks for hanging with us for a while. Okay, again, because I don't have a cheat sheet, I'm just going to go ahead and mix my own glimmery skin tone. These colors are nothing like your normal colors, so you just have to experiment and play. Hopefully you'll come up with something that's workable. I have a better chance with these paints getting a good skin than I did with the Graphitint. That's for sure. Too pink. Oh, good skin color. I don't know if you can see on camera, but that's a really nice colored skin. Okay, they include a white in this. I don't think it's going to work well. I'm going to try it, but I just don't think it's going to work well. But we're going to give it a go anyway, because that was our challenge. 3 products, 3 gnomes. Hopefully this is going to show up on this unbleached caddy paper. Maybe it's going to work better than I thought, too. That would be a nice surprise, right? Can you guys see that? I can't see how well you're seeing. I'm seeing it pretty good. It's not like that white, but it's might just take a couple of second coats is all. And if you're wondering why up there I was kind of pouncing it, is because I wanted irregular deposits of the paint to make it look like it's fluffy, right? Just trying to create the texture with the paint before I go in there with the gray. Ah, that was easier than I thought. So far, I'm pretty happy with them, Joan. In the middle looks, I'm going to have to really work on him to give him some more detail. All right, let's go back to the gouache while that one dries. Your basic. Well, I guess I could real quick go ahead and put in, because my colors are so different and I focus to the greens, I'm going to use this gray. Yeah, I'm going to use this gray here to shadow on his hat, which I've just used a thicker version of the same color. These are kind of fun, really are. I definitely should use them, or I'm going to let that dry before I start trying to put too much detail in. Okay, back to the gouache. And of the 3 products, for what you get, these are going to be your least expensive. The Paul Rubens is probably next, and then the Graphitint is probably going to be your priciest product. If you're looking at volume of product and what you get, right? All right. I'm not a huge fan of using black, so I'm going to water my black down and turn it kind of gray. I think this black gouache is probably going to be blacker than most of your black products that aren't really black. Yeah, see, that's bad black. Gonna mix in some white and get myself, hopefully, a pretty gray. And if it's too much, I'm going to pick some of it up. Okay, Norma, have a great afternoon. And if I don't before Christmas, Merry Christmas. And we'll give the old boy, oops, I'm going to use a smaller paintbrush for this. Those paintbrushes, I don't mind them that much. This one may not have, we're going to give it a go. What the hell. Give whiskeries. Can't believe today's the 21st. Doesn't seem possible. Now on Brenda's, you can tell she went back in and did some pen work, which maybe I'll do because I actually really like that. Surprisingly, the white that I put down first is not moving that much, which means to me that it pretty much absorbed into the paper, which is a good thing. It's up to you, and then just, I try not to leave harsh lines. Kind of blend it out a little bit. Okay. And because gnomes, I always envision, are living in cold climates. I don't know if they are. Hi, Laura. And if you live in a cold climate and you go outside when it's cold, your little nose turns all pink. So I'm going to go ahead and give his nose a little bit of pink. I'm going to do it on all of them, which I know that's cheating, but I've got it on my brush. And in the Derwent, I know I wouldn't have the color to add. So, cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. All right, and getting myself some more shadow version of the dark green, turquoise, whatever color you want to call it, and put some more detail in his little hat. Because I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it was hard for me to see. And I gotta remember to put a ball on his cap. I almost forgot that. Don't want his hat to look too big, you know? Yeah, I'm liking that. Better, better, better. I started with watercolor, added acrylic for details, added some pen. Mine were Heinz 57s. Yeah, and mine are probably going to end up that way, Brenda, just because I won't have probably everything I need in each of these sets, but it's okay. Yours are adorable. I mean, when I saw him open him, I was just like, oh my God, that's the cutest thing ever. I can't believe she sat and painted all those. You did awesome, though. You really did. Sorry if you couldn't see there for a minute. All right. I'm going to, I think I am going to do the pen work because I do like that. Now I'm going to go back in and just tap back some of this gray with some little bit of white. Just to make it look like furry hat hair, you know. And I'm going to give him a white ball on the end of his hat right here. I think this was actually used down below. I'm liking him. Alright, so other than what little bit of pen work I'm going to do, I'm going to call him done. Alright, this guy, while I'm sitting here looking, I notice that his beard is looking really wonky. He's a lot fatter than him. Alright, so now we're going to work with the Graphitint again. I hope you other guys painted along because these are so simple and they're so fun. I mean, I'm going to love having this page forever. I got more water on the page there than I probably really wanted, because I wanted to smooth that out a little bit. All right. Trying to think, what did I do? I used that and the rest of it, I think. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. They show that as yellow, but boy, that is not yellow. I'm just not. Right, which of you thieves has stolen my guillotine? Come on, own up. I don't know, whose head are you chopping off? Thank you, Lena. I love watching you too. That's why this weekend was so utterly awesome watching you Okay, I'm going to try the graphite gray. Watching you do all different crafts that you did for each of the fibs. That was freaking ingenious, Lena. I'm so not hosing you. Okay, this I'm going to have to water down to get a lighter color because I don't have the white, and I guess I could cheat and put the little bit of gouache in it, but I'm going to try not to. Okay? Might have gotten a little carried away there. It's better to go lighter than darker. Just saying. You can always add more. But after you've gone too dark, there's sometimes just no going back. One nice thing with watercolor, though, is you can go back and re-wet it and pick it up. So that's an advantage you have with watercolor. And every time you think you've got kind of it down pat, yeah, think again. You don't. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use some of that gray to a little bit of shadow under his cap, and hopefully it won't move. That's one thing about these Graphitints. They do move far more readily than, say, the gouache. Yeah, they don't move nearly as much as this Graphitint does. Oh, now see, I just said you don't want to go too dark, and I think I just went too dark, but we're going to find out. All right, now to draw the texture in his beard. I'm just wondering, do I want to go that dark like I've gone up around his hat and his nose? Because again, limited options. I don't want to introduce green or blue at this point. Like, the only option I really have is going full blown. Let's try this and see. It's probably a good choice because it shows you just with a difference of colors or whatever, what a different look you can get. And I need to force myself to use limited palette more. It really makes you think more than when you have all the millions of colors that you want. I probably will have to go back in and add some dark too. Nope, that's not going to be dark enough. thing is you never really know how something looks until it's completely dried. So a lot of times I have to go back in and make adjustments after it's dried because it just looks so different. And I haven't used any of my products enough that other than the M-grams. Those I'm feeling pretty confident with. But all the others, it's like, sometimes it's like learning all over again, you know? Okay. Now I have to use white gouache again. Because he needs a ball on his cap. Thanks, Scooby-Doo. I'm liking them. They're pretty cute. I'm almost done here because my time is almost up. But it was just a fun little experiment using different products. For me, it's fun. I'm not sure how much fun it is for you guys, but for me, it's way fun. And I really, really, really appreciate you guys helping me with the scavenger hunt list. I don't know why, but that is every year just like, oh my God, am I doing good? Is it going to be okay? So I really appreciate you guys' help on that. Probably that's one, in my opinion. Well, I think it's because it just doesn't. Now that I get it at a different angle, I think it's better for you guys. But probably the toughest one, frankly, was that Paul Rubens shimmery paint. And it could be just because it's so transparent that this glittery white, it looks gray on the screen, which is cool. I like that. It's just maybe not as dramatic as the real white. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and give him a beard. And he's not my, I mean, he's just different. I just picked up the gray from the set, using it full strength right out of the pan. Don't necessarily like to do that, but it is what it is. You know, and so many other things might have made a difference. You know, if I'd have used a different brush, a finer tip brush, whiskers would have come out different. There's so many things that in the end can affect your final product. But don't be afraid to try. I mean, that's, if I ever had a piece of advice for anybody, it would be don't be afraid to try. And see, he's going to benefit because I am going to add some ink. He's going to benefit from the ink because he's just kind of all one color in my mind. Added this white ball before I thought about, I'll add the white glitter on top of it because now that looks totally out of place. I wasn't thinking at all. You missed the flip through the rest of the book. This book here that I'm working in, Panty Girl, I'll flip through. There isn't much in here. This is Stinky Journal. Okay, and I'm going to try and add some dark back in here. Did it when it was still just too wet. Paper makes a big difference. I think a lot on this one, the paper makes a big difference. And I wish I had some sheet real quick here. And use the dark Graphitint. Because I want to put a little bit of shadow underneath that hat. And I don't have any other dark in the Paul Rubens. So I... Cheater. So there's some... And I hope I'm not sorry that I did that. I think so. Okay. You think metallic watercolor would look better on watercolor paper too? Yeah, see, I think so too, Brenda. It's just like there's so many variables. The brush you use, the paper, it all at some point affects what you're doing. And see, like in the hat, I can't any darker green. So if I want to add some wrinkles and stuff in his hat, I don't have a choice but to go with the gray, which isn't horrible. I just don't think it shows up as well, I guess, is what it is. He's still cute as hell. Okay. My time is officially up, but we're going to quickly take a pen and do some real quick pen work, and then I'm going to call it done. Let's see. If I'm going to paint on top, I would pick a pen at this point that would be, well, maybe I will. I'll just go ahead and, I don't want to use my new micron, though. Let me see which microns I have here. So if I ruin it, I haven't really ruined anything. This one should be good. Nope, that one's too big. All right. Hybrid Technica it is. It's the only one I have that has a small enough nib. I'm going to add black. I think this is about the only way that you really can do it. He's so cute, Brenda. Thank you for the inspiration. Because they are adorable little creatures here. This pen isn't wanting to as well on the Graphitint too, so there may be something in that binder that's just kind of resisting. Not a horrible thing, but so his beard has about 3 colors in that. I like that now. The middle one may be my favorite. Thank you, Jane. Merry Christmas. I think you should, Galena. See, I don't mind using other people's stuff for inspiration when I see it and it's cute and it makes me want to do it. It's just like, No, I'd like to give people credit for their inspiration. Like, Lena totally inspired me this weekend to, like, get out the Graphitint, get out the products that you don't hardly ever use, you know. But yeah, I'd say, what do they say? Copying is the surest form of flattery. I think there's a lot of truth in that. Now the pen's write really good on top of these Paul Rubens, so different binder apparently. But for something so simple, I mean, and at this point, honestly, you could spend as little or as much time as you want at this point adding detail. Like Brenda put the cup of coffee in his hand. I just wanted to do his face because if it gets too small, y'all can't see. Now, knock back some of that black, even though the watercolor is going to be transparent. I could just go over it and, come on, focus you. And I need some, what did I do with the brush? I want some more dense in this hat. And see, it looks really dark right now. When it dries, you won't be able to see that much. So I'm about done here. Hope you all have a really, really Merry Christmas. Robert and I'll just be here by ourselves doing whatever it is Robert do when we're here by ourselves. Binging Netflix and eating like pigs. That's pretty much what we'll be doing. But I hope each of you has a really, really Merry Christmas. And I'll be back here next Monday. I don't know what day that is. That's the 28th, 27th, 28th, something like that. But I'll be here doing something. Don't know what. I'll figure it out between now and then. But yeah, if you saw these paints on Dee Dee's stream, there you go. There's a painting with them. They're pretty awesome. I would not hesitate, really. I really wouldn't. For the money, I think you get a lot for your money. So, Merry Christmas to you guys. Be kind. Remember, people are struggling, so be patient. I'm the worst in the world about that, but I remind myself commonly. People are struggling. Be patient. Be kind. Merry Christmas, all of you. Hope Santa's good to you. And I love you all very much. And I hope you have a great, great holiday. Go be with the ones you love most. Thanks so much, you guys. I'll see you later.